Salt Lake City. I'm at the Salt Lake County Courthouse. I thought I'd take you on a tour of this building here. And beautiful building. The storyline on this building is that it was built in 1891. And so really interesting story. That's about the same time as the Salt Lake Temple was being finished up. And so let's just check it out and see if there's any clues here on this building. One of the things I noticed right off the bat is that the work on this front entrance is just so fine that it's really hard to believe that that the basic pioneers did this type of work right here, and you can kind of see that right there. Just very detailed work. And even up on these arches up here, just look at that work. It looks computer done. Just really hard to believe that that was us. Got this new gimbal here that I'm learning how to use here, so just bear with me. Had a few people complaining about making their heads go crazy. Big old stones. These stones look like they're about 4 feet wide right here. And again, some more just beautiful work up here. It looks like dragony. And then there's faces up in the, you know, all over this building. So there's a little bit of drama related to the story of this building. Basically, it's kind of funny because the storyline is that from the LDS perspective was that the Freemasons were really jealous of the temple that the Mormons had been building for 35 years, and that they were really jealous, and so they and that there was, I guess, enough non-Mormons in the area that voted in some people, and they decided to build this monstrous building, and as kind of an FU to the Mormons. And I thought this is really interesting right here. What do we see here? Well, look at that. This is underneath the stairs right here. And so let's see what we can see in there. Hold on a sec here. So look at that. Looks like another entrance down there underneath these stairs. Do you see that in there? Look at that. Right in there. You see that? That is crazy. And look at this. It is brick inside there. There is brickwork there. So, very interesting. Let me see if I can tilt this down here for you. Really interesting. So just like every other old building before 1912 or even more recent, they all have vents venting the original doors that were below. And I would say that goes down there. about 8 feet or more, maybe 10 feet. So very interesting. You can see that this foundation is all fake. This is a new foundation added right there that they cut through. And this is a steel plate all the way around the building. So let me get out on that for you. So this is a steel plate, looks like about 3 feet wide. It goes all the way around the mud flooded foundation of this building. And so interesting. So they basically dug out all the way around the foundation of this building and put this steel plate all the way around. So yeah, the storyline is that the Freemasons were jealous of the Mormons. Funny thing is that the Mormons were Freemasons. Brigham Young being a Master Mason, a 33rd degree Freemason. And so the whole concept is kind of hilarious if you think about it. Basically, when you're short on details, add a bunch of drama into your history. Again, look at these faces that are inside. Are these what the actual builders looked like right here? And they look kind of Native American. Yeah, just really awesome work. Look at this guy right here. Yeah, just beautiful work all the way around this. Let's just go all the way around it, then I'll take you down inside and show you a couple interesting things that I noticed. But again, yeah, this steel plate just keeps going and going and going. And it's just very strange, I think. They did that. That's normal. There's obviously, that goes down. It looked like, underneath those stairs, that's just a continuation of that. So it goes 8 to 10 feet down around the whole building. And just interesting, right? So back here, they've got a little patio, it looks like. And they've got something here. Let's see what this is real quick. So that goes down there quite a ways right there. It looks to me like it goes 8 to 10 feet again. So very interesting. And that plate just keeps going, and there is a vent here and a vent here that vents those areas right there. So looks like they have a cafe in the back. So really cool. This is crazy. Again, you have that plate that goes up right there that they just cut through that, just like on the front, where they're venting another set of doors that are underneath here. Let's take a look at this backside. This is gorgeous, maybe prettier than the front. So and there's that statue up top. And just look at that ornate work. Just very hard to believe that Mormon pioneers were thinking that this was the type of work that needed to be done. And again, some more faces. And they've got that Phoenician wave behind the face there, you see that? Huh. Yeah, just gorgeous. Beautiful turret right here, a half turret. Oh, and look, let's get a good shot of that higher up statue back there. Hold on a sec here. Let's see here, get that for you. Here we go. So there's another statue on the very top that is right back there. Sorry guys, there we are. So that's the back side of it. Interesting. Definitely suspect as a mud flooder. You have these windows right here that are ground level. And we know that foundation's fake right there. And look at this. Didn't even notice that, but you've got an entrance into the underground right here. And again, you've got, just like on the front, it goes way down there. And you've got brick inside here. You see that? So it is a brick building. See what we can see back in there. But it goes down there quite a ways, guys. I'd say this side not as deep as the other, but I would say at least 7 feet on this side. So very interesting. Again, you got your steel plate that goes all the way around it. They've dug this Mudflood building out. I'm convinced it's a Mudflood building. Yeah, that's very strange that they've put those, sorry about that, put those plates all the way around it there. Yeah, they've got these windows. They're basically ground level, new foundation, which is concrete formed around it. Yeah, they've really tightened this baby up. And you've got another beautiful entrance right over here. Look at that gorgeous stonework. Wow, unbelievable. You've got dragons. So the Mormons voted to put dragons on their courthouse. This isn't an ancient building, this is a new building. Looks as good as the day that they built it to this day. Looks like you've got some kind of interesting spire up there, you see that? Looks like original Antiquitech, possibly. You've got the fence up along the roof pitch as well up there. Wow. And you've got some more faces. You have a, looks like a tiger right here, or some type of cat. Another native right here. Yeah, very interesting story. And you've got another face. Thought I saw another face. Yeah, it's kind of hidden there. Little guy. Looks like another native. Interesting nose on it. Hahaha. Again, they've got this steel plate going all the way around this building. So now we're back to the front of the building. And you can see that that steel plate keeps going all the way around it. Hello, what does that tell you? I think there's another level windows underneath there is what it tells me. And this is a new foundation. You can see that this is a pebble mix concrete foundation. And so yeah, they built this out of spite is the storyline, to piss the Mormon population off. I don't believe that. I don't think that's the true story. So let's go inside real quick and I'll show you the basement on this place. And let's see if it makes any sense. Okay, they've locked it. I'll be right back. Okay, so just came through the east doors here, and just want to take you down in the basement here and show you a couple interesting things. One of them is right here. So you walk down about 7 feet to this level, and then you walk down another 2 feet down to that door right there, and it says restricted access. So restricted access on that side, and then on this side, which is where we started, outside towards that direction, is you have this little door that is 5 feet tall right here, and I'm sure that's going down just like the other door over here that we just looked at. So I'm gonna go ask if we can if they'll let us see any other parts of the building. I'll be right back. Okay, I am in the level 3 of the building, and you can see that all the levels look pretty well the same, with the 4 wings coming off, and then one more set of stairs here that goes to level 5. So I'm in level 4, sorry. Let's see where this goes. There's the top. Doesn't look like there's any more stairs. Office of the city attorney there. Interesting. Let's see what this is over here. It's like there's a balcony area inside here. And that goes to the east. Sorry, that goes to the west. That's the front of the building right there. Actually, I was just walking away and saw this right here. So here we are. Here's our brick building right here, and there's our yellow brick inside there. Same yellow brick we see everywhere. So very interesting that that's what this is made out of, because I didn't see any brick on the outside of it. So I wonder if it's a facade fake brick. Something to think about. Okay, I'll be right back. I understand that there were some So there's like tunnels to the building?
Yeah, but it was for prisoners.
Oh wow, wow. So they'd bring the prisoners in and have them go to court or whatever for what they've done, huh? Oh wow. And how would they get here? From a police place or a sheriff's? Oh, so interesting. I was just wondering about the lowest level of the building, if there's any tours down into the lowest level. And I noticed there's a steel plate that goes all the way around the building on the outside. You know what I'm talking about? And I noticed that it's about 8 to 10 feet deep around there. Is there old windows around there? Or like, was there windows there before? And you know?
I'm not too sure. You have to look up the old photos.
Yeah, that's what the old photos. Now, how would a person actually be able to get a tour of that area?
I'm not sure if anybody would have access to all those.
I mean, somebody must have access to it, right? And I mean, the way I look at it is like, hey, I'm a taxpayer. Like, you know, can I see it? You know, because I am an owner of this building like everybody else. I was just, you know, like, hey, how come nobody's allowed to see that? Who's using that down there? You know, like I'm the press, because we're all the press. So I'm just, you know, so it's like, hey, what's that being used for down there? Can I see it? You know what I mean? And because I'm working on a story.
Yeah.
You know, like who would I talk to? The mayor? Is that the person who would be the only person that would allow?
You probably call the Phoenician
Okay.
person.
Uh-huh.
And they would be able
They probably could help me better than anybody.
information.
Okay, hey, thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah.
And have a good one. So that's the storyline on the basement, but they do agree that there is 8 to 10 feet around the building that's been dug out right there. So just very interesting. Let's take one more look at that from this side since we haven't yet, and we'll go from there. But there it is, and it does go pretty deep down there. So interesting. And they dug that out. So cool. Have to get some lights and come back out here. All right, well, that is the Salt Lake City County Courthouse. I'll be right back. All right, so I've just come about 4 blocks up the hill north from the county courthouse, and I want to show you a few buildings in this neighborhood right here. Some of the oldest buildings. Now, that temple, Salt Lake Temple, City Temple update, there's the temple right back here, and there's the Joseph Smith Memorial Building back there. You can see a better view of the top from here. Quite some top, isn't it? But I just talked to the one of the guys that's here at this building, and sorry about that, still learning this. So this building, I just got permission to go on the property, but it does appear that it could be a mud-flooded building when you start looking at it. So you got a new foundation around the bottom of there, that concrete that comes out. Plus this right here is the new foundation. You can see that right there next to the right next to the pipe there. It's just a concrete new added foundation to this. But I thought this was really interesting right here. Got these little window wells around it. He says, the owner says there is a basement, but it's just this is the basement right here. There is not a sub basement. And so anyway, so let's just walk around it. He gave me permission because there is some no trespassing signs on the building. But you just see that it's really, really pretty. Arch windows all the way around it, all stone, but I suspect that it's not real stone, that it's that facade stone, Rosendale concrete, likely. I don't know though. Again, this foundation that we're seeing is new and just wraps around whatever was there before. And you can just see this gorgeous building. So let's keep going here. And this is kind of what I'm talking about right here. Not to say that this is the same concrete, because it's not, but that's a this could be what this is as well, just a better materials than what our materials are right here. You can see our pebble mix concrete wrapping around whatever that white looking stone is. And this is why I went and asked if we could get in here and take a look at this, because again, these are new I don't know what you call them, bases right here in the windows. They're not original. And this is why, again, I kind of think that maybe this is, you know, some type of facade. As you can see that right there. Some sandstone underneath there or something like that. Not really sure, but back here you have your brick. So this is a brick building. And this is the Alta Club. I think that's a freemasonic organization. I'm not sure. But here is great evidence of what we're talking about here. That goes down about 9 or 10 feet down in there. Do you see that? And what do you have? You have a window turned into a vent. Very interesting. Definitely below ground there. So it makes me wonder what we're looking at here. And here's another window right here. And it doesn't go down as deep as the first, but it looks like, you know, maybe that was an old Mudflood window there, not sure. So back over here, big beautiful arches. You can see the brickwork's been patched in there, and they've squared off some windows up there and here as well, not really sure. Some kind of Mudflood windows turned into vents here, and coal chute. And another ground level window back here. Let's see what we can see here. Used to be a bigger window in there. They've made it smaller, you can see that. And that window up top goes all the way to the eave. So very interesting. And then over here, we have this grate. And that goes down there 8 or 9 or 10 feet. And you've got your brick back side here. Squared off windows over here. And then it gets into a new brick. Not a new brick necessarily, probably an older brick. This is just some type of system to take in water, I guess. But look at that, they've torn this window out right here. It really makes me wonder what we're looking at here with this concrete, if that's new. Arches on this side. Employees and deliveries this area under camera surveillance. So look, there's a door there that is only about 5 feet tall. So we got this sandstone, a bunch of vents right here, and you can see inside there, right there, that there's a brick. So there's brick underneath there. So this concrete is wrapping around the old brick. And one of the reasons why I wanted to get over here was to actually see this right here. There's a parking lot. It comes off of State Street right here, and it comes up, and you can park back here. And I just wanted to see what this was right here. So it looks like there's a window underneath there, and some more windows down in here. And let's check out the back of this real quick and just see. Just gorgeous building. This is the back side of it. I'll show you the front in just a second. So this is one of the oldest areas in Salt Lake. This building is 1887, is what the guy told me. So, and look at this beautiful building right here. Got scrub cartouche right there, and you can kind of see that it is actually kind of scrubbed. But you can see they've kind of chiseled it away there, and it's not perfect. Beautiful. And another cartouche up above here that's scrubbed. You got these niches above them. Just a beautiful building. I'll let you know what the age on this building is. I'm not sure right now. So let's go back over here, finish off this first building. Yeah, you got these ground level windows that are turned into vents. Some more stone here. And it's kind of interesting how that sets. Do the Alta Club for members only. And you got brick up on top of that stone right there. But over here, it looks like stone. Got some arches, and then you got these windows that seem a little short up there. They're going all the way up against the eaves. Do you see that? So there's this building, 1887. And that is made out of some really thick stone there. I would say somewhere around 10 inches. Let's go around this side of it. Not really sure what this is. I guess that's where the rain gutter goes to. Ground level windows along the bottom here. Sorry about the breeze. Let's see if there's anything in here hiding. Got another door inside of an arch right here. Yep, and so that's that building. Let's go check out the rest of this building right over here. You know, it makes you wonder what it was like when they found these buildings. I mean, this is a gorgeous building. You've got that Phoenician wave symbol. All over it. Yeah, just a gorgeous building. Let's see, got security in there looking like he's thinking that we're threatening him somehow. So that's some interesting, got a crown with a book and something that looks like Bacchus related. And you got the Phoenician symbology with the balls. Makes you wonder if those are part of Antiquitech, like some resistors or something like that. So let's see here. Now this is the interesting part about this building right here is, so you go all the way up to that level right there, then you go all the way, drive all the way down to this level right here. And you've got that different foundation down here. Let's see if I can get that for you. There's a no trespassing sign right here, so I'm gonna stay on the sidewalk, but what we see there. Look at that interesting work right there. Gorgeous. One of the prettiest buildings in Salt Lake City right here. And I'm going to take you up here. I'm going to take you to the oldest building, commercial building in Salt Lake City. I think it's just right over here on the corner. I'm going to take you over to this house over here if I can. I'll be right back. All right, so I've just come across the street first here. So we were just over here checking out this beautiful building right here and the one behind it. And it does kind of look mud floody a little bit when you think about it. But what I wanted to show you now was this building right here, and it wouldn't surprise me if this has something to do with the Elks Lodge. Just look at that right there. Really interesting. So, it does have a no trespassing sign on it. And so basically what I'm thinking about this building right here is, well, look, it's got these elk all over it. It's an Elks Lodge symbol. That's what it looks like. And just amazing. But I can tell you one thing about this building. That brick right there, that brick, that's Freemason crappy brick. That's the type of brick you pump out as fast as you can when you don't care about the quality to cover up probably a yellow brick. So to me, what it looks like to me is they chipped away a course of brick off of this building and then laid this brick in its place and kept all of this beautiful craftsmanship around it. All kinds of just gorgeous work there, isn't there? And Phoenician wave again up top. Just gorgeous. Look at the eaves on that. And then down here, you have this interesting thing like you see on a lot of these mud flooded buildings. Now look at that. It goes up about 10 feet to that ground level up there. They didn't want to dig this area out, it looks like to me. And then look, it goes down another 5 feet down to the road here. Just very interesting. And I wonder if this wall actually goes deeper. Let's take a look at the side of it, because when they laid this new brick around it, they just covered up the sides. You see that? They just went more modern with it down the sides. So get you a little closer up what I'm talking about there. It's just not nearly as pretty as the front, but they did keep some things there. But when they laid this brick, they just covered over maybe a whole course. Does that make sense? So I think this is just really interesting. You just enter in through a door that is below this window, and that's just a window right there, guys. Look at it. What's unique about the stonework around that middle window, this middle window right here, compared to the windows next to it? There's nothing unique about it. That's just a window, but they've turned it into a door, and the original door was a whole nother level below it, and they built this right here and put this there. And this is where you would enter into the basement of this building. And I think that's pretty accurate, guys. This building right here, hard to tell what we're looking at, so I'm not even going to try. I'm gonna take you down here a block. I'll be right back. All right, so I'm just walking back and I noticed this side has a little bit more detail to it over here, and it's got these arches all over the side. Kind of see it through the tree there. So again, that's a new brick. interesting panel there on the side. Really interesting. So yeah, I'm gonna take you over here. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm just on my way walking over here. I want to show you something that's really interesting. So this is called the Eagles Gate. This is actually was on Brigham Young's property. This is a little bit in large scale version of the exact, it's kind of a larger replica of what he built. And you can just kind of see that star right there is a Baphomet star. That's a freemasonic Baphomet star. And that is how this area was ruled, was Freemasonry. And if you don't know much about the Baphomet, it's an androgynous god of the Freemasons, half man, half woman. So just very, very interesting. And yeah, so it's an enlarged version of what sat on Brigham Young's property that was erected here. And I believe that this is the Beehive house. This is Brigham Young's house right here. So we're gonna walk around it real quick and I'll be right back. By the way, to make a little bit more sense of this Eagles Gate and that star, Brigham Young was a 33rd degree master mason. He was the master mason over these areas. So anyway, kind of interesting correlation there. Hey, question for you about this house right here. So this, what was the level of this originally before they dug this out?
Pretty much cement level.
Cement level with this?
It looks like it goes down, but really it's just staying level.
It's just staying level? Okay.
Yeah, because this was the, I'm sure you read the side Lion House.
Yeah.
And they've redone areas of it multiple times.
So basically just level with the concrete here. Okay, awesome. Hey, thanks a lot. So this is the Lion House right here. We were just over kitty corner at this building, and then we were across the street from it and come this way. So this is the Lion House. The storyline on this is that this is Brigham Young's children. He had estimated between 55 and 70 wives. Takes a lot of wives to inherit a lot of homes, theoretically. But it is stuccoed. But you can see on this side of the house that you've got 1, 2, 3 layers of stone there. It says that this was the Lion House, built by President Brigham Young and used by him as a residence from about 1855 until his death in 1877. And it's all because of this lion up here. They called it the Lion House. But I wanted to show you something right here, kind of interesting. And that is that stone just keeps going down, 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 down. Now you can see that it stops right here, but that stone goes, well, it goes quite a ways down. So let me just go around there real quick for you and let you see that. So you can kind of see that. That those windows go very deep right there. You see that? And it comes to right there, and then you come around the front. Exactly what you would expect to find. And so my question is, did that window used to go the same depth as those windows on the side? And I think the answer is absolutely yes. Why would you build it this way? This is new stone right here. This right here could very well have been a window or something. Looks like a different stone. It's like a granite. Like this is all added right here, which is very interesting. And you have a little vent right here, venting a lower level, all stuccoed here. This is the Beehive house right here. And So the Beehive House was erected about 1852, about 3 or 4 years after they got here, used as an executive office for the territory of Utah until 1855, headquarters of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints from the time it was finished until 1917 when the new church office building was completed. Blah, blah, blah. And here's a bust inside there of Brigham Young. Let's go inside here and just see what they say. This bus was based on shortly after 1850. And let's just take a look at this map right here. So let's just take a look at that right there. So this is the storyline. Utah. Can't really see it very well, but it's all bogus anyways, we know that. Good enough. There might be some photos in here that are worth, hi, just, can I?
Like a tour?
Yeah, I just want to take pictures of the photos. Is that okay?
Yeah, you're welcome to that. We don't allow videos, but you can take all the pictures you want.
Oh, okay, great. Why not video? Just curious. It stops people from coming back, or you don't know why?
I don't know, to tell you the truth.
Oh, okay.
The guy that will know is in the next
All right.
room.
Well, hey, thanks a lot.
Here today.
Have a great day. Should have told them I'm taking 32 photos a second. Kind of funny. So that's that. They stuck it over everything. It's got this granite foundation here, which I suspect is not original to this building. Let's see what this says right here. It says erected by 1852. Oh, about 1852. We don't know when, but about 1852. The Beehive House. The official residence of the president of the church. That's Brigham Young. So there's a side view. That eagle. A lot of people. Well, the eagle is actually the phoenix, and there is a beehive that it's on, but it makes me wonder if it was originally a ball turned into a beehive. That's just a thought. Let's go around the back here and just see if we see anything. But look how big these windows are, and definitely a new foundation around the bottom of it. Let's see what this is. It says BY for Brigham Young there, 1855. So they put the date in it, and that means that's when they made it. That's how it works. Just put your date in it, and then that's how you know that that's when it was made. BY. So then it comes around here. And remember, the front had some form of granite around the bottoms, but this has a sandstone that's like crappy, nowhere near the craftsmanship of the front. And let's keep going here and just see if we see anything. So this is basically where Brigham Young lived with many of his wives. And this might be a cellar underneath there or something, looks like. And kind of interesting here, you've got a plate that goes down into there where it looks like they have maybe an air conditioning unit down in there, it sounds like. And you've got a box with a Mudflood window behind it there. That's interesting. And that window goes down quite deep, so let's check that out real quick. So that window here's a plate right here, and that window goes. All right, so I've come a block southwest of where we were over there. And here's the Joseph Smith Memorial Building up here, which used to be the Hotel Utah. If you want to see that, it's at the very end of my last video. But doing a little bit of research, and this little area right here is one of the oldest neighborhoods right here in Salt Lake City. And if you remember, that particular Joseph Smith Memorial Building had a certain tile to it that kind of looked like porcelain. I kind of do believe it is a porcelain or a ceramic, but Wikipedia says it's a terracotta, which I don't believe would last as long. But here is a building that is the first bank in the state of Utah, right here. This beauty right here. And look at this, 1873 it was found. So they found this building sticking out of the ground when they got here. And then they changed the word founded to mean built. And if you look at it, 1867, this building right here was built 30 years before the Joseph Smith Memorial Building, but it's made out of the exact same material, guys. Which tells me that the Joseph Smith Memorial Building made out of the exact same material as this, except the Joseph Smith Memorial Building was closer to 1900. Yet right here, just a block away, is another building made out of the exact same material, except it's 30 years older, which is just a big lie. And it is gorgeous. So it says Zion's First National Bank. It's got cartouches up there. It's got a phoenix or an eagle right here. Zion's First National Bank. Just really interesting. And interesting that they put this foundation around it, which is a new foundation, and you can see that it's not real. Very interesting. So let's walk around this baby and see if we can notice anything. So they got this sidewalk up against it, and it does look like a new foundation, maybe some new tile work that's been put around the base of it. And this side's pretty plain here. So let's take a look at it. Not a whole lot going on here. There's a cartouche up on each corner. Interesting. A beautiful building, 1867. Does this look like 1867? Not at all. I find that very suspect that this building is made out of the exact same materials as the Joseph Smith Memorial Building. Which tells me there's brick underneath there. And interesting sidewalks as well. They've got these circular things. It makes me wonder if there was pavement light around this at one time. The way that they've put this concrete in here. And they've got the Phoenician seashells all over it as well. Yeah, really pretty. Definitely a new granite foundation around the very bottom there. And I'm gonna go in it and see if they're doing any tours of this building. But 1873, let's see if that's when it was built. Eagle Emporium Building. Built in 1864, guys. So it's actually another 9 years older So now we're talking 40 years older than this building right over here, the Joseph Smith Memorial Building. Same materials, same style, but this is almost 40 years or more older. Same materials. And look at this. It looks like a form of a fasces right here, but it's out of feathers. But they're bound together, you can see. So it is representative of the fasces. Very interesting. So I'll be right back. Oh, this building is closed. Unfortunately, it's closed. So let's go peer in the windows and see if we notice anything. But let's go ahead and read this real quick. Built in 1864, the Eagle Emporium building is the oldest existing commercial building in downtown Salt Lake City. William Jennings, Utah's first millionaire, constructed the building to house his mercantile business. The Eagle Emporium building was also the first home of Zion's Cooperative Mercantile Institution. That was a LDS church where they weren't doing tithing. They were giving 100% of all their possessions to Brigham Young. At Brigham Young's request, Jennings exchanged his emporium inventory for stock in the new ZCMI and leased this building to the cooperative in 1868. The ornate clock in front of this building is one of the few remaining pieces of the 19th century street furniture in downtown. The clock was erected in 1873 and first powered by a water wheel. And there it is right there. So let's take a look at that. So there's an underground aquifer, I believe, that was powering this clock right here. So let's take a look at that. You got cartouches on the side of it. You have lions holding the ribbons or whatever you call that. It's got the Roman numeral 4 with the 4 lines there, which is being talked about in the community. It's like, when did they change the Roman numeral 4 to the 5 with the 1 behind it? So here's a little storyline here, the old clock. So basically, the storyline on it is underground here. There was an underground stream or river that was powering this clock. Sorry about the wind. I'm going to take you over across the street over to this building. This is one of the oldest buildings as well. And I'll be right back. Okay, so I've come across the street over here to the Crandall Building. And this is another building that was built in the late 1800s, supposedly 30 years after this building across the street here. This baby went up. Got a lot of the same features on it. Very similar work as the courthouse with these faces in it. But you've got these Phoenician shells all over the building here. And I know that this building has a tunnel system underneath it. And it's got this amazing sandstone. And it makes you wonder if there was more to it than just what we're seeing here, because some of these sandstones looks like they were chipped away differently than others. Do you see how those ones pop out right there? But the rest, not so much. Very Phoenician looking. Very interesting. So, got a Starbucks over on this side. Huge arch. I mean, gosh, I would say that goes up 23 feet or so, but I'd be guessing. So let's walk around it and just see if we see anything. Really interesting that they have these cement pads there, like they're covering over something. So it's connected into, well, look at that. It's actually a brick building. And it looks like that there are arched windows over here. You see that arch? There's an arch right there. An arch right there. But then on this side we have squared off windows. So kind of interesting. This looks like this is a new fake foundation right here that's been put over a brick. That brick may just go straight into the ground. This just ties into that brick. So really, really cool. Can't really see in there. And they've stuccoed over this. Yeah, it feels like stucco. You can see that sandstone popping through there. So I'm gonna go around the other side of it and I'll be right back. Just over here on the corner, and want to show you some detail on this building across the street. So you've got lions up there and Phoenician shells right there as well, because that's what the Mormons were all into, is Phoenician seashells and lions. So a really tall building there. Yeah, it's really interesting. Definitely these stones are each individually cut. So these two bays back here, I think, are the newer ones that they said that they added to it in the same style, something like that. And got a Walgreens, got a Starbucks. So this is the addition, just like I said, yeah. So there's the addition right up there, 1908. Still suspect, you know, you never know. If they found two buildings, they could tell that one was the addition, so they had to make a storyline up about it. Let's see what we see here. Not really showing us much there. So that's that. I'll be right back. Let's go into this Starbucks and just check out the wall here. So I noticed that they had this yellow brick around that. And they tied that stone into it. Just chipped away at that, broke a whole wall out right here maybe. Really cool. Kind of different than you might think was going to be inside here. Interesting. So stone all along the front here. So I want to show you this view of this building right here. Look at all of these things up on top of this building up here. Beautiful, isn't it? Let's go check that out and see if there's any signs or clues around the bottom of it. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to check the bottom of this building out right here. I just walked across the street. Look at this old guy right here. Again, I got some wind, sorry guys. So, got Phoenician shells all over this building. The Mormons were really into Phoenician shells for a time there. It was a total addiction. Just in the beginning, and they don't have anything to do with them and the Phoenician gods. Interesting. And again, now this material right here is that tile that was on this bank over here that was built in 1867. So what does that tell you about this right here? It tells you that this could be just as old, which would put this in that category of what they found when they got here. You got this Phoenician gods all over. Beautiful. And you've got your older yellow brick down the side. So that's very interesting. And you've got it on this side too. Let's see what that is up there. Just beautiful work. You think that's us? I don't think so. Now this does look like this is probably new right here. This, everything right here looks like it's us. But this tile right here, that's what's on that same material that's on that bank. So this could be 1860s, which means they found it. Unbelievable. And I think that this is new, this granite right here. Interesting. And here's, it's just a gorgeous building. Just kind of archways inside there and everything you can see. And it looks like, almost like a cathedral ceiling in there. Okay, so this is what we were checking out right here from over there. So let's go check it out. I'll be right back. Well, I think I'm going to end this video about right here, guys. I want to show you a few more of these gorgeous buildings right here. Made out of, here's an 1871 right here. This is the type of building that they were building right when they got here. And Newmont College Computer Science. So that's not the original name on that building, but these are just a few of the buildings in Salt Lake City. Oh my gosh, look at this beauty. It's kind of like the Joseph Smith Memorial Building on top. And they put this ridiculous tower up on top of it, because that's what we can do. But look at that, you got a bunch of phoenixes all over the top of this building, and just beautiful ornate work all over it. Very Phoenician again. Was this a Phoenician city? Was Salt Lake City an ancient Phoenician city? Look at these gorgeous tops right here. Just gorgeous. Well, that is some of the buildings in Salt Lake City. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.